You open your trading platform. Your eyes lock onto the chart. Price is moving, fast. Your heart rate rises. Your hand moves toward the mouse. You tell yourself, I can't miss this. And right there, before the trade is even placed, the outcome is already decided. Because the traders who make the most money are never the ones rushing to click. They're the ones who are willing to wait while everyone else panics. If you've ever wondered why it feels like the market rewards everyone except you, this is the truth most traders don't want to hear. Patience isn't just a virtue in trading, it's the edge. You don't lose money because you don't know enough indicators. You don't lose money because your strategy is broken. You lose money because you feel the need to do something. And the market punishes impatience brutally. Think about real life for a moment. Imagine standing at a bus stop. The bus hasn't arrived yet. You check the time. You sigh. You look down the road. Still nothing. An impatient person starts walking, convinced they'll get there faster. 10 minutes later, the bus passes them by. That's trading. The patient trader stays still. The impatient trader starts chasing. And chasing always ends the same way. Here's the uncomfortable truth you probably already feel but haven't fully accepted. Most of your losing trades weren't necessary. They weren't part of a plan. They were reactions. You saw price move without you. You felt left out. You jumped in late. You watched price hesitate. You got scared. You exited early. You took a loss. You felt frustrated. You took another trade to make it back. That cycle doesn't come from lack of knowledge, it comes from lack of patience. And if you're being honest with yourself, you already know this. Patient traders don't make more money because they're smarter. They make more money because they're willing to be bored. They can sit on their hands while the market does nothing. They can watch price move without feeling the need to chase it. They can accept that missing a trade is better than forcing one. That ability alone separates consistent traders from everyone else. Here's something most people never tell you. The market does not pay you for effort. It pays you for timing. You don't get rewarded for staring at charts all day. You don't get rewarded for taking 10 trades instead of 1. You get rewarded for waiting until the odds are clearly in your favor. Think of trading like fishing. If you throw your line into the water every 30 seconds, you scare the fish away. If you yank the rod every time you feel a ripple, you catch nothing but weeds. The fisherman who eats is the one who waits. He doesn't rush. He doesn't force. He understands that the fish will come, or they won't, and both outcomes are acceptable. That mindset is exactly what patient traders have. They don't need the market to move now. They don't need to be right today. They trust that if they wait long enough, opportunity will show itself. And here's where it gets even more important. Patience doesn't just protect your money, it protects your mind. Every impulsive trade drains mental capital. Every emotional decision makes the next one harder. Every rushed entry weakens discipline. Impatient traders aren't just losing money, they're exhausting themselves. You felt this before. You start the day calm. A few losses later, you're tense. Another loss, and now you're forcing trades that don't even match your strategy. At that point, it's not trading anymore. It's emotional gambling. Patient traders avoid this spiral because they trade less. They understand something most people miss. You don't need more opportunities, you need better ones. If this is making sense so far, pause for a second and do something small but important. Like this video because it tells the algorithm this message matters, and subscribe because this channel is about mastering the mental side of trading, the part that actually makes or breaks you. Now, here's where patience really separates winners from losers. Patient traders are willing to let price come to their level. Impatient traders chase price wherever it goes, and the market loves to punish chasers. Think about shopping. If you see something you like but wait for a sale, you pay less. If you panic and buy at the highest price because you're afraid it will sell out, you regret it later. Markets work the same way. Patient traders wait for value. Impatient traders buy emotion, and emotion is expensive. Another thing patient traders understand is this: doing nothing is a position. You don't need to be in the market to be successful. Sometimes the smartest trade you can take is no trade at all. That idea alone feels uncomfortable if you're used to constant action, because doing nothing feels like missing out. But missing out is temporary. Forcing trades is permanent damage. This is why patient traders last longer. They survive losing streaks. They protect their capital. They preserve confidence, while impatient traders burn out. They jump from strategy to strategy. They blame the market. They blame brokers. They blame manipulation. But deep down, the issue was never the market. It was the inability to wait. Let's be very clear about something important. Patience does not mean being passive. Patient traders are not lazy. They are selective. They prepare. They wait. And when the moment arrives, they act decisively, without hesitation. That's the difference. Impatient traders act first and think later. Patient traders think first and act once. If you've ever said, "I knew I shouldn't have taken that trade," this video is talking directly to you. Because knowing isn't enough. Execution is everything. And execution is driven by patience. Before we continue, drop a comment saying "wait" if this is hitting home. It helps push this video to traders who need to hear it, and it forces you to acknowledge what's really holding you back. Here's the hardest part to accept. The market does not reward urgency. The more urgent you feel, the worse your decisions become. The calm trader always has the advantage. And in the next part of this video, you're going to see exactly how patient traders structure their thinking, why impatience feels so tempting, and how you can train yourself to wait without feeling anxious or bored. Because once you master patience, money becomes a byproduct, not a chase. You see, impatience doesn't show up as chaos at first. It shows up as logic. It whispers things that sound reasonable. This setup is close enough. I'll enter now and manage it later. If I don't take this, I'll miss the move. And the most dangerous thought of all, I'll just take a small position. That's how impatience disguises itself. Patient traders hear those same thoughts, but they don't obey them. They understand something that changes everything. The market will still be here tomorrow. Opportunities don't disappear, they rotate. If you miss one trade, another will come. If you blow your discipline, it takes weeks or months to rebuild. That's why patient traders protect their mindset more fiercely than their profits. They don't measure success by how many trades they take. They measure it by how many bad trades they avoid. Think about driving. An impatient driver weaves through traffic, speeds up, slams brakes, and constantly reacts. A patient driver stays in their lane, keeps a steady pace, and arrives calmer, often at the same time. That's trading. The patient trader stays still. The impatient trader starts chasing, and chasing always ends the same way. Here's an uncomfortable truth you probably already feel but haven't fully accepted. Most of your losing trades weren't necessary. They weren't part of a plan. They were reactions. You saw price move without you. You felt left out. You jumped in late. The market pulled back. You panicked. You exited. Then price continued without you. That pain sticks, and next time you chase even faster. That's how impatience compounds losses. Patient traders break that loop. They accept missing trades as part of the business. They understand that discipline sometimes feels like pain, but that pain is temporary. Losses from impatience last much longer. Let's talk about money for a moment. Patient traders don't make money in big bursts every day. They make money in clusters over time. They wait for conditions. They wait for alignment. They wait for clarity. When the moment comes, they don't hesitate because they've already decided.
Impatient traders hesitate constantly because they're always unsure. Patience creates confidence. Confidence creates consistency. Consistency creates profit. It's a chain. Break patience and everything collapses. Here's a simple mindset shift that changes how you trade forever. Your job is not to trade the market. Your job is to wait for the market to invite you. If the invitation isn't clear, you don't show up. That one thought removes pressure instantly. You stop feeling like you have to prove something. You stop feeling like you're behind. You stop forcing action. And when you remove pressure, clarity returns. This is why patient traders often look almost detached. They're not emotionally invested in being right. They're invested in following rules. They know that one good trade doesn't make them successful, and one missed trade
doesn't make them a failure. They think in series, not moments. If you're still watching right now, this is your reminder to subscribe. Because mastering trading psychology isn't something you do once, it's something you reinforce daily. And this channel exists to keep you grounded when emotions try to take over. Now, let's be practical. Patience is not something you magically develop overnight. It's trained, and it starts with reducing exposure. The more time you spend staring at charts, the more likely you are to act impulsively. Patient traders limit screen time. They define sessions. They know when they're allowed to trade and when they're not. They don't sit there waiting for something to happen. They wait away from the screen. That's how you avoid temptation. Another thing patient traders do differently is they pre-decide outcomes. Before entering a trade, they already accept the loss. That removes fear. Impatient traders enter hoping. Patient traders enter prepared. Hope is emotional. Preparation is calm. And calm always outperforms chaos. If you want to make more money in trading, here's the paradox you need to accept. You must care less about individual trades. The more attached you are to one outcome, the worse your decisions become. Patience is emotional detachment with discipline, and that's what most traders never learn. They chase profits like someone chasing happiness, thinking it's always just one more trade away. But patient traders understand something deeper. Money comes as a result of correct behavior, not constant effort. You don't force consistency, you allow it. You don't chase profits, you create conditions where profits happen naturally. This is why patient traders sleep better. They don't carry stress into every trade. They don't live inside the chart. They trust their process. And trust is built through repetition, not excitement. Before we close, I want you to reflect on this honestly. How many trades could you have avoided this week if you waited? How many losses came from boredom, fear, or impatience? And how different would your results look if you only took trades you felt calm about? That's the difference patience makes. If this message helped you, like this video and share it with another trader who's constantly overtrading. Sometimes one reminder is all it takes to change someone's trajectory. And remember this, the market doesn't reward speed, it rewards restraint. It doesn't care how badly you want to win, it only pays those who can wait. If you can master patience, you don't need more indicators, you don't need more strategies, you don't need more trades. You need less. Less noise, less urgency, less emotion. Because patient traders don't chase money, they let it come to them. Subscribe if you're ready to trade with clarity instead of chaos. And comment below, what's the hardest part about staying patient for you? Your answer might help someone else more than you realize.